What's up, guys? I'm Xavier, full-time trader, and on this channel I'll show you how to use stock options to create consistent income without hype, without the gambling, without a need for a huge account. So if you want to trade smarter, grow faster, and build real financial freedom, you're in the right place. So today, what I kind of want to talk about is like how I think is the smartest way to trade in the stock market. Like not trading like everybody else does, because most people are chasing hype. They're buying options. They're hoping to strike gold. But the traders who consistently make money, they're doing the opposite. They're selling options. And in this video, I'm going to break down why you should be selling options, no matter how big your account is, how the PDT rule works, like the pattern day trading, and how to get around it, and then what changes when your account is over 25,000, and why we use margin smart without borrowing a dime. So why sell options? When you sell options, you're the casino. Okay, everybody going to buy options, they have the lower probability of winning. So you're taking the other side of the gamble, and you get paid up front. You're not hoping the stock moves. You're getting paid for time and volatility. You can sell puts. You can sell covered calls. You can sell spreads if you want to define your risk, like I have here on some of these. Profit every single time. So it doesn't matter if you have a small account, doesn't matter if you have a large account. You can sell options with as little as a few $100, and you can grow from there. That's why I love selling options. It's scalable, it's consistent, and it's how you build income over time. So onto the pattern day trading rule. The thing that wrecks most small accounts, if your account is under 25,000 and you make more than 3 trades a day in a 5-day window, you get flagged. That means you are restricted, locked out, forced to stop trading. But here's the good news. When you sell options, you're not day trading. You can hold your trades for days. So people ask, oh, are you a day trader? No, I'm like what's called a swing trader. So I don't trade every single day. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It just depends how the option itself plays out. So when you're under 25K, you can't use what's called margin. Now, margin, I don't borrow money to trade. The entire trade itself, it closes that day. So instead of like waiting till the end of the day, I can get back into another trade while using a margin account. But I'm not using more than the cash I have in there, if that makes sense. So it's just one more reason why selling options is such a powerful strategy, especially for small accounts. So once you're over 25K, the whole margin thing comes into play. So here are some of the plays I have right now. Apple, I'm a little down on right now, but it's a credit spread. What is a credit spread? It is a defined risk move, meaning when you sell options, usually you either A, own the stock and you're selling a covered call, or B, you sell a put, but you put up the collateral saying that, hey, I will buy this stock for this price. Apple, for instance, if I want to just sell a put upright, I like to go around 45 days, go to, if you see a 19, that means a 19% chance it at this price, so meaning it's probably not going to. And then the theta, this is the dollar amount that eats away every day. So what you would do is you would sell this put, and you need to have $18,000 to sell this contract, because you were saying I will buy Apple at 185 on July if it hits 185 or goes below. So you collect the premium up front, and then you don't care if you get assigned or you do get assigned. You either don't get assigned or you don't get assigned and you collect all of this. So it's a win-win either way, in my opinion, because I'm only buying companies that are actually going to be around for a long time. And I've done a lot of research on companies that I think are worth investing in. And I think it's better than real estate. I think it's better than, even starting your own business if you really want to get into it. So that's the basic of selling a put. Now, you might not have 20K sitting around or you don't want to have in a month. Even though that's pretty good, you can go to a more riskier delta, like a 0.35. That's about as high as I ever go. So, or you could come in closer. But what I like to do about 45 days out, and then trade when you hit about 50%. So, for example, if I sold this at $2.38 and then it cuts in half, $2.38 times 100, because one option contract is worth 100 shares of the company. So if I sell this at $2.38, what sometimes will happen is I will wake up the next day, 2 days later, and that contract is now worth $1.20. So I will buy it back and collect 50% of the $2.38, or I'll do 25%. You get what I'm saying. So it's all kind of defining what your own discipline is in trading, how you want to go about it. There's no like end all be all rule, because ultimately it's it's the Fugazi. It never sleeps. We don't know what it's going to do, but we can use analytics and history, backtesting, to kind of predict a better trade in the future. So that's what I like to do. So maybe you don't have 20 G's to put up for Apple. What you can do is called a credit spread. But this, the other way, is unlimited risk, quote unquote, right? So if you see this could go all the way down to $0, assuming that's assuming that Apple like goes bankrupt and stock is worthless at this point. It shuts down. Apple's not going to do that. It's the number one company in America. Nobody's ever going to overtake Apple. And as far as what they do business-wise, in my opinion. So this is unlimited risk. But when you factor in the premium price, as you can see down here, my break-even is 182. So not only am I buying the stock at 185, I'm actually buying it at 182 when you factor in the whole premium. If I let this play out and Apple does fall below 185. But what you can do, if you say you have like $5,000 and you want to do like 1 or 2 trades a week or a month, you can do, like 20 trades, do a few trades a week. You can do what's called a credit spread. So you can sell a put. So you do that, sell a put, and then you buy a put around $5 less. Now this isn't a good one. Where are you going with this? Let's go to something better. Let's see, sell a put. So this would be good. Let's see what that is. Okay. And you want about a 3-to-1 ratio. So 3 times 122, that's about 3-to-1. So the thing about these, it's a defined risk, meaning you have to put up $379 for this trade. Now, when you put that up, if it goes all the way down to 193, you break even. But if it continues to go down to 190, you lose all of it. So that's a defined risk. So these are riskier trades to do because unlike selling a put, you could get a sign and then it goes back up, and then you sell a covered call, which is the opposite of selling a put. Selling a call, that means it's above the strike price. So it's above this price, you'd be selling a call. So that's the only caveat to selling credit spreads. But some people like them, I do them myself. I'll do a couple thousand, and sometimes they don't work out. Like right now, Apple, this one expires next week, and I'm down, but I'm down a little bit. And it's got to expire above 202.5 for me to get the premium. I think it's like right now, even if it expires at this, I'm still going to walk away with cash because my break even is like 201 something. But if it expires above 2.5, I 738. So pretty good bet right there. And then, yeah, so that's how you sell a credit spread. And that's really the best way to get into it if you don't have, over 30K. Just, analyze your stocks, Palantir, NVIDIA. Palantir is always a good one, in my opinion. I think Palantir is going to be worth a lot. 5-10 years from now, that's kind of how you have to think about this game. Like, if you're doing day to day and, you're super stressed out, just trying to make money because you want to make that quick dollar, sometimes your trades might go wrong. And like sometimes people see -$400 like that credit. That's a lot of money. So you kind of have to have kind of a patience with you and understand what you're doing. Maybe try paper trading before you do this. But just once again, so selling volunteer about 45 days out. Go to Robin has this feature where it says chance of profit. It kind of aligns with the delta, but not always. So we'll go to, it's pretty good. So like a 0.25 delta is pretty safe. So you can sell put there, then you buy put credit spread, right? Does it go any lower? Okay, whatever. This one's pretty decent. It's almost 3 to 1. So do 5, put up $1,500, you make $500 in 45 days, which is pretty good. Like that's a car payment or maybe some utilities. So you can make money doing this consistently without gambling and buying an option. This is still in that realm of it, but in my opinion, selling credit spreads, if you're going to dabble in the options world, is better than buying. Ultimately, selling puts, cash secure puts, and cover calls is like the wheel strategy. But you have to get to a point where you have enough capital to be able to sell like a big number of contracts to make it worth it. Like right now, this is my month so far. I do this full time again. $4,478. Lost a single trade. My last trade I lost, I think it was in April. 325. Yeah. That was like the whole day. So I've been winning a lot. That's April. That's just me being very, calculated with what I do. This was March. So these are everything I'm telling you right now is what I do full time. So if you have questions, you can message me on my social media. I'm almost done with my book that I'm writing, but I'm looking for people that are interested in trading, like swing trading, like me, and I just would like to sit down and help them. I'm looking for 10. So if you're a single person that wants to do this, I'll do it totally free. All that I ask is just for feedback and, leave me a review. That's all I want from it. I don't really need the money as much, but yeah, so if this helped you think sharper, trade smarter, or dodge some of the fugazi, just tap the like button, subscribe, and share with somebody still buying those lotto calls, right? So we sell options, we play the long game, and as always, the fugazi never sleeps. Catch you on the next one.